morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel, MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. Welcome to your daily sun sign love connection readings. I'm excited to be here with you. It is December 7th, 2020. So we have a full week before the new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius, which is probably already feeling it. It's amazing. It's going to be for everybody. It will definitely be about the truth. It'll be about learning and educating ourselves and, expanding our minds and our lives and moving forward, Yes, this year happened. Yes, we're almost out of it. We have so much help from the astrology and the planets to liven this up. And that excites me even saying it to you. So what's interesting is today's featured sun sign is that of Leo. And the highlighted will be where I read three major categories with the Tarot of the Art Nouveau Tarot this month. And then an individual reading for a message for every other zodiac sign in connection to this beautiful Leo featured sign, because you need connection in life, and boy, did I find that out this year. I mean, I know there's reasons why I was more in the hermit mode, I guess, and it was important, and it had its place, and then this year I was really forced into that. And now again, I'm in a process of, having another shutdown, but not from you. So next year, trust me, when things are unraveling as they are, and they will, and you'll see that, and it feels good. I'm going out. I'm really, really reaching out, but I'm definitely reaching out to you as much as possible. So the actual highlighted connection, like I said, will be Capricorn and Leo. Now, I don't know what it was, and I do want to say, in the last 4 days, I had the first sign, starting the month of December with Aries, and their highlighted connection was Cancer. And then yesterday, featured sign was Cancer, and their highlighted connection was Aries. And I don't normally do that, but there was just something so strongly evident that needed to be said, the messages for those two. So now we've had our taste of that. And so I'm going to look quickly just to make sure that I'm not doing the same highlighted from mid-November, because I do this will be the first 2-week reading basically, and then I come back and do mid-readings. And so Leo was Pisces last time, mid-month, and then before that, I feel like there was an Earth. Let's see how well it was Aries. Okay, I'm wrong. Good. Perfect. Capricorn. Well, you can say goodbye to Capricorn, not completely, but certainly a lot of the energies that we've had the whole year and many, many years previous in the Earth sign of Capricorn. So, but it's good. It feels really good. There remains the beautiful planet of Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn until, what is that? The 19th? So it's coming up, but it's like a week from this Saturday. That's my son's birthday, so I know it will. But there can be amazing things that's come through for you this year, Capricorn, in lieu of everything that's going on. And you're such a hardworking sign and such a devoted friend and leader. I mean, you're all about success. That's really your main claim to fame. You are ruled by Saturn, which has also been in your sign, as well as Pluto. And it's just about, just never giving up. You have this incredible, steadfast, energy that's very admirable in my opinion. And sometimes, very, very stern and like I always say, kind of this behind the scenes, kind of low-key grounded, once again, energy of an earth sign, But what will and what devotion and loyalty in everything that you do. So that's extremely attractive to Leo, the featured sign today, and whatnot, because Leo is fire. Leo is passion. We're in Sagittarius season. Fire, passion, optimism. The one thing I haven't said about Leo in the past couple months when I describe a little bit about each sign is that they are I want to say eternal optimist or romantic. What is that saying? They're so romantic. I mean, they're so passionate. They're so heart-centered. That in itself is such an attractive trait to me. But a lot of people, and here you have this fiery, confident, ruled by the sun, for heaven's sakes, the brightest star, the most energetic and creative and light force, you know, that we can recognize every day. If it's not being hid by clouds, you know, that's the ego. That is what our sun sign is. That's the external personality traits of everybody, right? That people can see and recognize in our dreams and wants and desires, all part of that ego. Egos are important in our lives, and the thing with the Leo would be just to make sure it's balanced, because we go through different phases and they are fixed signs, so you know they need to make sure when they are in charge, what they generally are, and quite frankly they don't like to be told what they do. They'd rather be the one delegating and being in charge, because they do it very, very well, and it's because they have such an incredible ego and, you know, pride about them that they're going to do exceptionally well. This is important to people. If you're not running your own business, Leos, you know, that hire you, they want that on their team. That's the kind of person they want to have, you know, running their business, because that's essential, right? That's what keeps people coming in and wanting to, you know, reciprocate and give and take in the whole currency thing. That's what Leos can contribute, and it's just magnetism and it's creativity to a very strong degree with Leos, and they're very talented on many levels. And I mean, like, as far as acting and the arts, I find them in that category a lot, because once again, they like to be seen and recognized and admired, and that sort of career generally leans towards a Leo. But yeah, this too, very different in the energies with the fire and the earth, but very much focused on similar things. So there's this complementary energy for being so different. And you have, cardinal sign in Capricorn. So once again, there's that motivation, which really is important to Leos in their life. They want to, I mean, not everybody has to meet their energy level per se, but I find them very attractive to people that have, you know, goals and aspirations and intentions for themselves. That's very, very attractive to a Leo. But I like this a lot. Something really beautiful can transpire this year in particular, and then for years after, with having Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn. Ideas, like I said, it could be partner, any kind of love, relationship, or connection. This is, you know, a part of, because there's so many different types. Yes, of course, romantic, but you know, there's so many different levels. And I don't want you to not watch this because you're not in a relationship. You could be a single person and recognize the love of self, which is essential to be the best we can be for others, right? I just want to make that clear too. I think I got a comment once. Do I do readings for singles? I think, yeah, every one of us are a singular person who either chooses to be in a relationship or connection, but life is about that. It's essential, and love is the most powerful emotion, right? I find it to be the best emotion through its ups and downs. So let me read to you your beautiful 3 category messages for this highlighted connection of Leo and Capricorns. And the first one is, I'll actually put them all out and then read them to you. Fantastic. Yes, this is the kind of energy I'm feeling, and it's because of what I said. We had the full moon in Gemini, all about connection, all about communication, expression, speaking, you know, truth, balance, changeability, versatility, multitasking, erratic energy almost, you know, but stirring things up, making progression, you know, helping people out, teaching, educating, you know, this is huge right now. And also coming into your own need for education and realizing, okay, that job didn't work out this year. What else can I actually do? Because this has been the year to really do the reset that we all keep hearing about. Well, your first card and overall energy is what the category is about, is the 4 of Pentacles. So I understand this very clearly with the Saturn-ruled Capricorn, of very restricted energy a lot of times, kind of, you know, straightforward, kind of, you know, very focused, not necessarily overly extravagant like a Leo, very different there, but very much understanding the importance of money, the importance of security, and what it takes and what it means to kind of sacrifice. I guess that's a good word to put into it. They get that with that Saturn influence, and that's what they're born with. So they can really help the Leo, who tends to just want to spend and buy, and the money is no object, and it is an object, and this is what this is about. This is about 4, which is about balance and about stability and security on the tangible physical parts of our life, the practical part, the earthly parts, home, job, family, well-being, health, and being sure that you're just not going a little crazy right now, because it's really essential. We don't have answers quite yet. We're almost at the end. We are going to get them. I know it's hard to believe, and I think they're actually going to be the ones that we can trust and somehow or another come together on and realize, through the differences that, we're in this together. We are one. We are all connected. And more of that's going to come through, but I won't speak much more about that other than to say, just being extra careful how you invest your money, how you spend it right now. Remembering the value of it. Working together on that so that you can have a day or time, excuse me, that would be maybe what we call the peaks and valleys, right? And maybe this year for a lot of us it was the valley, and then the peaks will come, and then it'll be, maybe straightforward plateaus and then up and down again, especially with Uranus in the picture very prominently being the ruling planet of Aquarius, where all of the planets will be going into for, well, most of them, for about 200 years now. So this is a major transformation in our lives that we get to be a part of. And I think it's going to be very, very helpful and important for every one of us. But this is just a reminder. This is that loving earthly energy of Capricorn Leo, just saying, come on now, let me be there, let me guide you. I'm very good at this. I've done this for many years, and I'm quite well off because of it. And you respect that, Leo, and you're listening. You really are, because we all had to experience what happened, and it wasn't something we saw coming, but we learned a thing or two, yes? Then the next category is absolutely beautiful. It's under the category of blessings or possible obstacles, and you have the star. And this has come out over and over again with the readings, and it makes such perfect sense, and I thank Spirit for the synchronicities and the guidance to bring the messages, because they're inspirations and ideas, and they're absolute energy when I bring you messages, and it's how you receive them and take them and resonate with them, and all of the above. So you have options and choices always, but this is the star. This is your dreams. This is your deepest desires, and it represents the sign of Aquarius, because that's where we're going. That's where we're heading, and it's been 200 years since we've had these kind of conjunctions and this kind of an era, as I say, of air now, meaning all air signs from, it'll be Aquarius, Libra, and then Gemini for the next 200 years, predominance, and that's about mind and thought and forward thinking and expansion and truth and justice and fairness for all. I'm just saying, this is great. You're definitely holding on to your dreams. You have great inspiration. You have not lost that throughout everything else. It's still inside of you, and it'll continue to grow with this new moon, writing down those intentions. It's a favorable moon. It's a very prophetic, faded new solar eclipse moon. So it's going to last, and the effects will last. And I would love, if you have not subscribed and you do like what you're seeing at all, please do me a favor and subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if there's any synchronicities here in the readings. It always is really important to me that I know that, but also just the interaction alone is imperative right now, because this is pretty much what I'll be doing now again, I guess. Providing I'm allowed to, and it's working fine for you. But it's my heart, it's my passion, so I'm grateful for that. And there'll be new things coming with information about readings, so stay tuned. That's fantastic. You never let go. The water barrier is what Aquarius is. It's the water of knowledge and information and a wealth of it, and just it continues on and on. There's unlimited amounts, just understanding and recognizing how we can utilize that in a more holistic way for everybody. And the final category is that of finances. practical things, you know, the things we can touch, feel, and the importance on this three-dimensional life that we live, which is also going to other dimensions. I'm not going to talk about that now. But yeah, mainly just feeling that security. You have the 8 of Wands. This is phenomenal. This is you, Leo. This is your power. This is your strength. And I mean, that's something else I didn't mention. I mentioned your confidence and your energy and your exuberance, your extravagance, your heart. But your strength is really unmatched. You are the king of the forest. You are the lion, you know, or lioness. And there's quick information and fast-moving changes in regards to your finances. So this is beautiful. Now, it may have to do with the fact that up to this point, and the catalyst I would always call the overall energy, has been you conserving things because you haven't been sure, as many of us have not. But this is like, nope, you got this information coming in. And it could be a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries that's providing it because it's fire. 8 is about incredible power and abundance and manifestation. The most abundant number in numerology. It's on, okay? And you knew that, and you trusted that. And you write down the intention on the 14th and say, this is how much I would like to make. This is what I'd like to see in the next 2-3 years, whatever it is, you know, for you. And it shall happen. But you have to feel it and believe it. And you have to understand that it comes with the ups and downs, right? But it never has to stop completely. And you know that, and this is gorgeous, beautiful information and messages for you. So I'm really grateful to see that as we end the Capricorn era. It's good things. It's good things, and what you've done this year with the Jupiter aspect, Capricorn, will last another 12 years and onwards. So that's always a beautiful little gift as well from the universe. And now I'm going to pick an individual message, like I said, for every other zodiac sign in connection with this gorgeous Leo energy. And I'm sure that a lot of people, even though, you know, we're hearing a lot of things and there's still confusion, there's still this energy that's been building and lifting again because Mars stationed direct, almost 3 weeks ago. We're going on 3 weeks, so it's really built up its momentum after 2 months of retrograde. Mars is in Aries. It's a beautiful, exalted sign. It's ruler. It's comfortable. It's powerful. It's, you know, it's full of fire and ambition, and that's all really good for you because that's what your element is as well, Leo. So I'm sure you're sensing that and feeling it. Regardless if you're not working, it's there and you're really motivated. So I love that a lot. Now let's just go around because the first one will be a message about Sagittarius and Leo, and like I said, I love that, and that's what the new moon eclipse will be in. So really focus on this. It's a very strong message for you because you can have amazing connections in some way with the Sagittarius that are going to bring some really fruitful things, and just expansion and growth and transformation and education and maybe the technology side of things that's really going to be in the forefront. It has this year. It came through, and thank God we had it. There's many more things to learn with Aquarius being ruled by Uranus, which is all about science and technology and medicine, all the beautiful things and the changes and the new, the inventive, the breaking away from other traditional old things that weren't working, machines of EDD that have just been there for 50 years or more, and stepping it up. We had an insight as to what could happen now, and now there's ways to improve that. And we have the mutable aspect of Sagittarius, which is very, very, capable and adaptable, and God knows they are movers and shakers and optimistic, ruled by Jupiter. There's that luck, and you have good vibes with most Sagittarians. You've met the right person. They can do good things, and the saying, it's who you know, right? Well, it is true in a lot of ways, and it's good to know Sagittarians in many ways. So this could be a beautiful, fruitful, and romantic, passionate relationship. They are freedom seekers too, though. They love to travel, and they hope that the two of you need to know that that's part of the agenda. It just has to be. Half man, half horse. Well, you have the High Priestess. This is the female version of the Magician. Having complete awareness of what it is you need, what you have within you to do exactly what you need and want in your life, and to create that life you want. It's so magical. It's generally denotes as the Piscean sign. Now, what's interesting is we've had a planet of Neptune in Pisces, but it's been in retrograde since June 23rd, I believe. And that's stationing forward on the 28th. So it's just a bunch of clarity in so many ways. And Neptune is the planet of complete fantasy and hidden agendas and obscurity and secretiveness and mysteries, all the things that are very, very much a part of who Piscean is. Now, they say that Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, but that's more of a modern take on it. Jupiter was always the well-known, historically, planet, the ruler of Pisces as well as Sagittarius. So it's a beautiful upliftment kind of feeling. It's about making our dreams and our creativity, just shine and bringing it through, because creativity is so important for us to do. And it doesn't matter in what form. You could be a singer, performer, actor, and yes, you could cook amazingly. You could do an amazing class for the students online. It just goes on and on and on. But it has to be a part of us, and certainly with Leo and Sagittarians. And there's that new moon there's verifying that, this Sagittarian solar eclipse is going to change your life. It's going to bring that inspiration again. It's powerful and beautiful. So I love that a lot for you. Now you have Scorpio and Leo. This is I always say that because it's fire and water, and that's a very, very powerful and tense kind of electrifying kind of relationship. I never think it's boring. I don't think that it's the easiest of all, but I think it's always being found that you tend to find each other and want to make it work. There's just so much passion here and desire. And sometimes that really overrules our head, right? Because Scorpio is the sign of, water sign element, and it is also just about the deepest kind of passion, the depths. They just are so intuitive and so intense when it comes to what they feel. They're all about their feelings. That's all they know. That's how they live their life. It's raw. It's real. You're going to get what you see is what you get with most Scorpios. And if they are more of the hidden, secretive type that don't want to divulge everything, you still feel their vibes. You can't mistake it. And if you have any insight, which you do, Leo, you know what's up with the Scorpio. But they can be possessive and they really want you for themselves, right? When they get into it, they want your whole soul and everything. And it can be amazing, but it can also be like, okay, let's talk about this. Let's discuss the balance, and then it works out well. Because there's just great love here and definite loyalty and caring. And, I talk about the depths. Well, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, so that is the deepest transformation we can do for ourselves. This is the internal job, the inside job. And the hard reality of who we are at times, the shadowy side, the part we're not always so fond of, we don't want people to see or know. But we all have that. Accepting that. And making changes that may change that, even that part of us, But not knowing it takes time, that there's love that is the root of everything to move us forward. And in this relationship, it can be a phenomenal one. Certainly a definitely intimately passionate one. And what do you have? You have the Eight of Pentacles, boy, building and building. Prosperity. And I mean, yes, in wealth. This is a earth sign. As I mentioned, the earth element of Pentacles are coins. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo could be predominant in your life in helping you build this this wealth. And then once again, wealth is not just money. So maybe it's the security you're feeling with each other. Maybe you've just been building upon that during a very, very difficult year with all of the different, aspects of not being able to see people, not being able to be in touch, not being able to really feel and hug and love. And that's changing, but it's definitely just building and creating really great things for yourself. And like I said, a sense of security, which is something I think that we all really, really need. And you've got this, and you worked hard for this, so you're not going to let it go right now. You feel like you're in the right place, and it's only going to get better. Because then you have the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles. So keep it going. I trust in you both for that. Leo and Libra. Air and fire. Love it. Beautiful combination of elements. Definitely need each other. You know, the bellows that stokes the fire, right, and gets it going. You know, the air, the expression, the mind. You know, the air aspect of knowing and utilizing their brain to express their thoughts, their feelings. They do it through the way they talk and communicate. They're very, very interested in growth and fairness and balance and love. They're ruled by Venus. Libra loves love. They're going to match your romantic heart, you know, and there's great admiration for each other. There's great respect, and that's just knowing the love language necessary for you two. Cardinal sign, Libra definitely is a doer and likes to get things done and continues to motivate others and in the process and initiate things. That's very interesting to you and exciting. You don't always have to carry that, Leo. But I see a great partnership and a great love here. Your message is the sun. It's the vibrance of the biggest star that's you, Leo, but it's genuine happiness and appreciation, it's creativity, it's warmth, it's love, it's power, it's strength. It's a beautiful, beautiful message. It's the major arcana and one of the most beautiful positive cards in the deck. So every time I see that, I never know who's going to get that, but there's something really, really special going on with the two of you. Congratulations on that. Then, Virgo and Leo. Yeah. For a long time, as I would study and recognize and, you know, the compatibility of signs, which is my main interest in astrology, it's definitely deepening. I'm becoming way more interested in many other things. But, you know, that's the thing about astrology. You can never learn enough. And there's so many things to expand on and to focus on. But I see more and more of these combinations. I guess at one point I just wasn't meeting the people, you know, and I know the reasons why they do get along, and I know the reasons why they're extremely different. So, you know, we've got the Earth, that's kind of really grounded, stable, predictable, reliable, accountable, you know, hardworking, devoted sign of Virgo. That's, you know, a mutable sign, very adaptable, very changeable. They can go from one career to another, but generally I think what happens is they just excel and specialize in that same field and learn more than most people would know about what they're doing. And they're never, you know, necessarily content with just being a doctor. They have to be a doctor who has this degree and that degree, and you know where I'm going. It's something within themselves that makes them extremely critical and very, very perfectionist when it comes to being the best and doing the best and helping the most they can. You know, they're the sign of the Virgin. They are deeply heart-centered as well, and it's authentic, and it's true blue. What you see is what you get with Virgos. They're not about, you know, they don't have any facade, or they don't wear masks, you know. It's real, it's natural, they love earth, they love gardens, they love natural things, they love taking care of themselves. They definitely want to take care of those they love. Yeah, beautiful thing, ruled by Mercury, so very much the mind, you know, the intellect, now, you both got the message of the Three of Hearts, the Three of Swords, excuse me, because I see the heart. And as I always say with this card, there's been a definite hurt. The heart has been stabbed. It has been, is the main focus for this card. It's a past situation. I don't know that it's between the two of you. Only you know that as a general reading. But I do know that there's been a lot of heartaches this year, and for myself in the last 2-3 years of losing a couple of siblings. It's just, you have to acknowledge that in your own time and grieve in your own time, and you feel like there's this maybe a little blockage there for being as vulnerable as you might want to be, whether it be the Leo or the Virgo. I'm more inclined to think the Virgo, because Virgos are not as passionate and upfront about how they're feeling. They're more, you know, internalized, I guess. They internalize things more. So that's something that I think this beautiful Leo connection can help with. And to stay, you know, connected and strong for each other and support each other. And know that, you know, what's past is past. You do want to think about the future now. You do want to trust again. And you do want to know that you will. You will through time. It is just a matter of time. I know it sounds so corny, doesn't it? But from the experiences I've had, it does make a difference. But, you know, not to say that you should not always remember and validate and acknowledge those feelings. That's super important. It's an important part of the grieving. So just know that, yeah, the Spirit is recognizing that. So, and I send love and healing energy to all of you that have had this situation, you know, and I see you as whole and complete as I send a world blessing every meditation in the morning with my Reiki distant healing energy. It's just, we need it. We all need it so much, and I love doing it. And so we have then Leo and Cancer, and I've had a couple of Cancer readings in the last few days, but Cancer is a very sensitive and watery, emotionally devoted, caring sign. You know, you're not going to meet many others. Most water signs have that incredible depth of emotion, you know, and caring and feeling. And they're ruled by the moon, so they've had to be going through a lot. Their body is taking in a lot of these energies, the moon and the full moon, the new moon coming, and they're not just full and new, they're eclipses, so they're full and new moons on steroids, as they say. They're way more potent. They last much longer, the information, the messages. So I think that there's a lot going on with every Cancer, and I think being home and being withdrawn is a very strong possibility, but I understand in the deepest part of me now that Leo accepts that and loves it, because generally when you're not having to deal with all of this extra moon situations like right now, being ruled by the moon, you are so giving and so caring. You're always, and you probably are now too, but I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying I think you're really very, very passionately feeling, you know, what's happening, and it's a positive thing. It still takes a toll. You're giving, you care about family, that's what means the most to you. You know, you love being at home and taking care of whatever you need to. Even if you have another job, your focus is about those close to you, your relationships, your love, your family. And you know, you're going to really protect yourself. You care about trust. You care about, you know, security. Very, very, that's like key to you. So you'll get that with Leo. You just have a lot of, you need to be more on a meditative, I think, just internal, listening to your intuition, listening to the guidance you're getting. It's strong, it's powerful, it's coming through all different sorts of avenues. And you got the Ace of Cups, which is just so beautiful. Because in doing everything I'm saying and allowing these messages and allowing your time to sit and to just take it in and to release and to surrender, there's such love, there's such opportunity, and your creative juices are going crazy right now, especially with this new moon. I'm losing my voice, so I don't know what that's about, if there's something that isn't being said, if there's, you know, some kind of, I don't know, just a block of receiving. So please allow that. This is a beautiful gift. It's there for you. It's a beginning. It's another beginning. And it's centered around who you are and exactly what you're about. Cancer, and as well as Leo, the heart, the feeling, the love, the joy, the sharing. It's immense. It's powerful. It's one. It's now. It's the start. So I truly love that. And then you have Leo and Gemini, one of my favorite signs. You got that beautiful fire and air, and very, you know, you just really work together. There's harmonious energy here. You can really tit for tat. The mind is extremely important to an air Gemini. We had the full moon in Gemini. I think they had a lot of powerful thoughts going through in this last week, you know, and we'll continue to. It's about relationships. It's about how we communicate and express, how we're being heard, how we're allowing others to talk to us and open up and not expect what they're going to say, but just really listen is what I've been hearing lately. You know how you're about to finish people's sentences a lot, and Geminis are good at that because they're so quick and they're way ahead of people in their thoughts, or, you know, the energy is erratic at times, and they're duality. You know, they have one feeling here and the next is that. They're up and down. It's a lot. It's extremely exciting to Leos, though, because they can handle that. But, you know, it's just, I think a lot of introspection has been going on with Geminis, and I think it's really leading to a beautiful place for the two of you. We all need to do that, and those eclipses will make that happen. It will eclipse things out and eclipse things in, and sometimes we know it, and sometimes we absolutely had no clue, but for the most part, we really do know it. We've had signals and signs for some time, and then it makes it happen. And you have the Three of Pentacles, and I love this. I love this so much, because whatever influence this Gemini moon has had on you, Gemini, being in your sign, which is really powerful, is that there's growth. There's anything that it's made you really feel and think about, you know, internally about yourself and your relationship with this Leo or what have you. It's like, yeah, I want this. I want it to grow. I want it to get even bigger. I want to level it up. I want our ideas to merge. I want to do more together as a unit. I want to share this with others, and that's what you're about. So positive energy, and things that will bring money and endurance and length of permanency, you know, nothing that's just so unstable like, you know, like that of a Gemini. This is just the opposite energy, and I love that, and you need that, and you've got that with Leo. So then you have Leo and Taurus, very, very strong energies, both very, you know, you've got the strength of fire and the boldness and the action. You've got the strength and the earthiness and the grounded and the practical and the kind of set in your ways, both of you being fixed signs. But boy, when you're determined, there's nothing stopping you. It's a beautiful energy to have. I wish more of us had that. Too many times people want to just give up because it's something that was said that didn't feel right, or, you know, you're hurt, and I know how that is, believe me. And no, none of that's going to be as important. Communication will always be important, especially in the years coming up. But it's in how you do it, and it's in that respect, and it's perseverance, you know, through hell or high water. You're going to make things happen. You're ruled by Venus. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and that's a beautiful, beautiful planet that loves luxury and money and wealth and, you know, amassing those things and beauty and enjoying life, not just working to live, but not just living to work, but working to live. I don't remember. All I know is you're going to do more for yourself. You're going to enjoy yourself more. You're going to have more fun. And that's going to be an intention you put forth at this Sagittarius new moon. Let me know if I'm wrong, okay? Because that's what's really coming out strongly for you. And you have the Knight of Pentacles, so it's about building your wealth, and I never get surprised when I am talking about an earth sign that a earth tarot card or energy comes up, because that's their whole gig. And they do it so well, and people love to talk with them and converse about how can I better utilize, how can I be more money smart, how can I work less but smarter, and those type of topics come up. And they're there for you. They understand that. So I like this. This is something that's really building for you. Information about the stability of your life, you know, your home, your work, new job offers, you know, especially now with people having been laid off. There's new ones coming in. It's all the cycle of life, right? It makes sense when you look at it from a higher perspective sometimes, I think. I love that for you. Aries and Leo, beautiful, too fiery, too passionate. You get things going, man. You're just like, you want to create. You want to be in charge. You want to start. You want to initiate. Cardinal sign of Aries coupled with the ruling planet of Mars. I mean, come on. Talk about passion. You met your match, Leo. This is a great, great combination, as long as you allow each other to both be leaders, you know, and one make this choice about how they want to work this, and I'll do this part, and together we'll just invoke amazing, unlimited possibilities, right? Yeah, the cardinal aspect, the initiation, the first sign of the zodiac, absolutely beautiful energies. What are we going to pull here? Wow, you have the Nine of Swords, which I love because it's the completion. You guys were really, really concerned. I'm not going to lie. There's something about the fire in particular elements when there's stops and blocks and preventing one from creating and showing up and doing what their body literally has to have happen when they're moving and exuding this energy that's within them so strongly, it's caused a lot of concern, sleepless nights, worries, conversations that went way off to the left sometimes. There's that passionate part of fire, right? They blow up, but then they also forget really easily. They don't hold grudges. They're real. They're built on their exterior, physicality, making things happen and moving and maybe overdoing it as well, but certainly in the mind. You were really perplexed, and that's done, okay? You're getting the answers. You don't have to lose sleep. You are in charge of your thoughts. And I think you know what I'm talking about with this, because like I said, when we had Mars in retrograde Aries, that was, you managed. You probably took some vacations and time off to just relax and retreat because you couldn't fight City Hall. You knew that, and it was tough. You like being a leader. You like being in charge. You don't like being told what not to do. But that's changing, and that is the end. And that's what I love about seeing this card, as sad and as unfortunate it was during that time, and I'm sorry to hear that. It is an air sign, as I am, so I am all aware of what I do in my mind, and that creates all sorts of havoc everywhere, including around me. So I'm very, very vigilant about keeping track of what I'm thinking, because sometimes I don't even know, and then when I really listen, I can improve that, as you too can, and you will. And this is forward movement from now on. And then you have Pisces and Leo, which I love. And I see this a lot, and it's once again that very fiery and watery element together that just, it works, but it's that tension, and it's just keeping it right and balanced, because it can go overboard or not enough, or it's just too emotional. And the motion, watery aspect of Pisces is always very, very evident. Their sensitivity, their creativity, which, listen, they're very, very attractive on many levels, and you kind of melt, Leo, when you recognize how much they want to care for you and what they want to do and how they want to be easy and how they want to make things just kind of a flowy thing most of the time. Now, Pisceans can be very strong and very set in their ideas as well, even though they're a mutable sign. It depends on if they've had the chance to regenerate, because they're taking everything in, just like all the other water signs. It's a lot on them, and they need to establish. They need time for downtime. They need alone time. They need time to do that creation and the creativity that they do so well. They're amazing artists and singers and writers, and you name it. Of all the zodiac signs, they are one of the most creative. And just accepting the volatile aspect, Piscean of Leo, is really important. And I think you do. You get it after a while once you've gotten acclimated, and they are so loving, as are you. So yeah, mutable, adaptable, ruled by, like I said, I still think Jupiter, but we've had Neptune in your sign, so there's been a lot of things that have been unclear, but that's really starting to change. So it'll help the both of you. And there you go. You have the Queen of Swords. Talk about clarity in expression, in creativity, because this is Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, and boy, is that going to be a powerful influence on us. Like I said, for literally the next 200 years, will be air, the era of air. And that works well with both of you. It's going to really change your game. It's not going to be so condensed. The energy is lighter. It's movable. It's adaptable, as are you. And you're going to find more fun and remember what it was like to have fun, and enlightenment comes to mind. So it's fabulous. This is truth. It's straightforward communication. There's no hidden agendas. And it's very prevalent right now with what's happening in our stars. So I love that for you. And then there's Aquarius. There you go again, another air sign. The whole aspect of what we're going into, as I said. This is the polar opposite for Leo, and it works extremely well. I see many, many couples that are Leo and Aquarius, or partnerships or friends. They gravitate towards each other because there's that unseen magnetic force between the two of them. 6 ZODIAC zodiac signs apart from each other on either side. There's a destined fate kind of relationship with this. And there's a lot to be learned for each other. You know, you've got the mind of the air, you've got the fixed aspect as with you, Leo. There's determination like none other. And then there's this beautiful love of life, of friendships, of social life, you know, caring, truth-seeking, ruled by Uranus. Aquarius is all about understanding the dire changes and unexpected parts that happen in life, like this year. They got through it. That was something they knew, and they understand, like I said, internally, that this is what life is about. Prepare for that, right? Help others in need. You know, help the world. Let's move towards a more united, global, you know, sense and commitment in our lives with others. It's beautiful. It's up and coming, and you'll be feeling it for some time. What the two of you have is the beautiful Queen of Cups. So this is maturity on a level that is extremely welcome after maybe a lot of lesser, maybe relationships or vulnerable times in your life. This is all heart. This is all emotion. This is all depth, and really reaching out in the more feminine side of ourselves, right? Because both the Aquarian and the Leo are known as masculine signs. You know, their mind, their thought, their action, and this is all about heart. And never forgetting about the heart and making a conscious effort to say, oh, let's go down from the head to the heart, and sharing that just, you know, with complete abandonment, just allowing the vulnerable side of us to come out. And love will really grow when you are vulnerable. You know, there's nothing better than to show that side. And you do in relationships, right? And then last but not least, you have, well, no, that is where we are. So we've read all the messages, Leo, and in addition to your highlighted one, and I think there's some phenomenal connections you're having. I think there's some beautiful revelations and insights. And I want to finish with your beautiful oracle divination messages, which are just strictly from the heart to show you and guide you and give you upliftment and encouragement and divine wisdom. And so let me just do this real quick here. The first one is a long one, but it looks good. It is, there is no beauty in the world more perfect, more awe-inspiring, and more human and transfixing than unfiltered, unashamed love. Wow! That's you, Leos. That's for you. This is what I love. This is what brings the reading all together when I add the oracles with the tarot and the astrology. It's all so congruent and so synchronistic, and it's always happening. So I love having you be a part of this. I want you to know and share this with you so much. The next oracle is the beautiful animal medicine cards, which I just received, and I brought them out for the first time this month. So they have a lot of importance to me right now. I think everything in regards to everything I've mentioned as far as the changing and the energies that are changing, it really has a lot to do with animals. There's great love. Aquarians love all walks of life, all types and forms and spirits, and it includes animals. And I think they're going to have a much bigger place these coming years than they even have. And that's my prayer. Oh, I love this, because before I picked it, I'm like, what is this? Well, that's what it looks like. And it's got everything on it, because the world is our spectrum and our rainbow, right? We're all included. We all matter. And what it says for you, Leo, it also kind of reminds me of the beams of the sun that you represent as your ruling planet. It's the last one, if I recall. Yes. Wild. Being, possibilities, awe. Extension is the mystery of mysteries. Existence, is the mystery of mysteries. The hunger to exist is the life force of creation. To be embodied, to be any being at all, is to witness the miracle of the mystery. Focusing on deep thanks for consciousness will allow you to become your most involved self. Wild card denotes a time of meditating and reprogramming any negative habitual thoughts, and gratitude and awe. Take a breath. Relax the center of your brain. Enjoy a moment of not doing. Do not doing for a moment of being. I love it. I welcome you to experiment with that. Just in reading that, I felt this change of energy that felt so beautiful and, I guess, inspiring. But in ending this reading for you, Leos, I will read you your super attractor manifestation message, where you can utilize that passion that you have and bring forth the life you choose through the emotions that you feel and bring into your life, which we do at all times, in every moment, as we are creators and manifestors. So this is all the beautiful, special Leos in all of your connections and love. May you find incredible joy, and may you thrive in your relationships more every day. And there you are. There's the sun. It's so perfect. Spiritual alignment puts my manifestation into motion. And that's exactly right. And that is the orange second chakra of complete, sensual, passionate creativity, and to allow and to open up and to remove all blocks. And you're going to be amazed at what you are going to create, because it's all there for you. You've had plenty of time to digest and marinate and reevaluate. So here you go. You're hitting the ground running, boy. I love you so much. I appreciate you being here. Always will. And come on back. There's lots more. I come every day as long as my technology's working. And so I wish you the best. Take great care of yourselves. Until next time. Bye for now.